In this video, we're going to continue with the example we used in our last video, where we are creating a ticketing system for buying a movie theater ticket. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some additional functionality that determines whether or not a movie is sold out. And if the movie is sold out, then you won't be able to buy a ticket. You won't even have the option. But if it's not sold out, then you can go ahead and buy a ticket. And this is going to be accomplished using something called a nested if statement. So for right now, let's just ignore this whole portion down here, and we'll focus on making sure that the movie theater has available seats. So let's say we have, let's say we want to purchase a certain number of tickets. Tickets to purchase. And let's just say that we want to buy 2 tickets. Maybe we have a friend going with us. Then we'll add a variable that indicates the number of seats taken. So let's say that there are 89 seats already taken in the theater. And let's also say that the theaters have a total number of 150 seats. So let's go over this one more time. The total number of seats in every theater is 150 seats. The movie that we're going to try to buy a ticket for already has 89 seats that have been purchased or taken, and we're looking to buy tickets for 2 seats in the theater. So if the number of seats already taken plus the number of tickets that we want to purchase, if that is less than or equal to the total seats available in the theater, then that means we will be allowed to purchase a ticket. So print, you may purchase a ticket. However, if this is false, if the number of seats that are already taken, already purchased, plus the number of seats we want to purchase, if they exceed the total number of seats available, then what we'll have is a statement that says insufficient seats available. Please try another showing. So try buying tickets for a later showing of the movie instead. So down here we have you may purchase a ticket, because this evaluates to be true up here. And we also have you got an elderly discount, because down here the age of 72 lines up with this else if statement right here. But what happens if the number of seats taken in the theater is 149? Well, it says insufficient seats available, please try another showing. But it also says you get an elderly discount, and we don't want that to happen, because if there are insufficient seats available, if you don't have enough seats to purchase, then you won't get a discount because you can't buy a ticket to begin with. So this is where the nested if statement comes in. So what we want is the logic associated with determining what discount we get. We only want this logic to be available and used. We only want this to be used if we're allowed to purchase a ticket. So we're going to actually paste this in here. And this is a nested if statement. This if-else statement, this is nested inside of this if statement right here. Like so. So we have an if statement inside another if statement. Hopefully that makes sense. So the only time we will have the option of getting a discount is only if we are allowed to buy a ticket. Or in other words, only if there are enough seats available to buy tickets for. And if we do not have enough seats available, then all we'll do is print this result down here. and then the program will end because we are completely done. So what happens up here if we change this back to, I think it was what, like 80 something? Let's just make it 89. Well, since it's 89, that means that this evaluates to be true, which means we can then determine the discount. And so if you have a 4-year-old, we'll get a child discount. As soon as this continues or finishes running, which I'll need to restart Xcode again really quickly. Hold on a minute. Alright, we're back. I restarted, and it's working again properly. So yeah, we got a child discount, or we got no discount because age 44 doesn't give us any kind of discounts. Or again, if we do older than 65, if we have maybe a 92-year-old person, they get an elderly discount. So hopefully this whole thing makes sense, how the embedded if statement works. And of course, this system is oversimplified. For example, if we're going to buy 2 tickets, it's not going to be two tickets for 2 people who are 92 years old. We'd have to have some sort of system in place to specify the age of every single person buying a ticket, but that is more complicated than I want to get into for this video. So that's how a nested if statement works. Before we end this though, I want to convert this into a function because ultimately what you'll be doing is you'll be creating like little algorithms like this, and you'll be putting them inside functions, and they can call the function as many times as you really need to do something. So I'm going to create my function. I'm going to call it ticket purchase, and I'm going to paste all this, or actually I'm going to cut and paste it inside the function like so. And instead of making these be global variables, we're going to pass them in. I'm actually gonna keep total seats as a global variable because we're going to assume that the total seats available in the theater will never change. But we'll put age, which will make that an integer, and tickets to purchase, which I'll also make that an integer. I think they'll all be integers actually. And number of seats taken, another integer. So ticket purchase, which let's put it down here. Click there. So the age, let's make our age 37. And then we want to buy 1 ticket. And then number of seats that have already been taken, let's say that we've seen that 120 seats are already taken. And as a result, there are available seats. We basically pass the age, tickets you want to purchase, and the seats taken. You pass all this information into the function like so. And it, populates the age variables and the number of seats taken, tickets to purchase, variables, all that stuff. And still prints out the result. So this is something you'll be doing a lot in the later videos, where instead of having just a regular if-else statement, you'll actually have the if-else statement inside of a function, like so. And then you'll pass values into the function, and those passed values will be used to carry out the if-else statement, or whatever's inside the function. Because obviously you can go ahead and reuse the function over and over again to buy many different tickets. So instead of 37, maybe we have the age of 7 years old. And we'll buy 1 ticket again. And in this case, the movie has 140 people already who purchased the ticket. So, and of course, let's delete that out there because we don't need this anymore. So yeah, that's a summary of nested if statements, and then putting if statements in functions. Make sure you understand what this all means, what happens, because this will come up again many times. Hopefully this was a useful video, and I will see you in the next one.